Start the introduction.
And welcome back to the Nerd Eye Council. Week 5. Number 5 is alive. Ralph didn't get that reference this week, so I'm hoping somebody out there did. This is, we're live outside of Walmart. This is our post Doctor Strange podcast, but we just started talking about, there's definitely some time elements to the movie, which brought upon the conversation that we're having now, which we were just talking about, the Flash, the television Flash, and the Flashpoint. And there's a lot of time travel is one of my favorite subjects. So we're going to talk about the movie and a little bit about time travel. So Nate, explain to me and the rest of us.
Which would be me.
No, the 10,000 listeners out there.
The millions of listeners. And millions of listeners.
Where were we at when we were talking about?
We were talking about how...
you were asking me to explain...
If you will go back.
Explain Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, so I'm definitely...
Spoiler alert.
This is spoiler. Have you not seen the movie yet? Turn this crap off, come back to episode 5 after the movie.
Or just turn it down so you can
Or just turn it down and we'll be done eventually.
Just so that we have you know that someone
You're
did
on
listen
here.
to us.
You're on here, we know you listen to it, that's all that really matters.
I don't care if you fucking listen to the whole thing or not, just push play.
Don't listen to Ralph tonight. We want you to listen to the whole thing. But
Only
if you
you're a
don't,
guy.
it's
if you're
not
a woman, I don't give a fuck what you do.
So, I have a lot of questions about Doctor Strange because I'm basically a Doctor Strange newbie.
Me too.
Tonight was kind of like my baptismal of Doctor Strange. So, we were talking about, I guess maybe a good starting point is the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Yes, they finally introduced the final one of the final 2 Infinity Stones. With Doctor Strange, we find out that it is the Time Stone. Mm-hmm. And he...
Obviously my favorite stone.
Yeah.
And he uses it...
Unless there's a pussy stone that I don't know about.
It's like, whoa.
Sorry, was that an outward thought?
This stone smells funny. What's wrong with this stone?
I can't stop eating it, though.
You're not supposed to eat it. You're supposed to use it.
Jeremy, drop the stone. I cannot do it.
I can't drop the stone. She's like,
That's how it takes me out, man.
She's like, this one tastes like ass.
Wrong stone, wrong stone.
That's a kidney stone, you dumbass.
the long-forgotten pussy stone.
Captain America's gonna be like, that's why I'm Cap. I carry the pussy stone around.
This is my stone.
This is my
buddy.
team.
He has it in a slot behind his shield.
Right.
Civil War II. Tony and Cap fight for the pussy stone.
It's like, you want it, Cap. I do want it.
I trade you the shield for the pussy stone.
Well, what's the deal? You see Black Widow over there?
Yeah, watch this.
Watch this.
She's like, I've been looking for that. Where'd you guys find that? Alright, so anyways.
My face is hurting.
Back on track.
And now nobody's listening.
No one's listening. The kidney stone, pussy stone.
So the Infinity Stones.
So they introduced the Time Stone, Infinity Stone, which Doctor Strange ends up using, becomes a major plot point toward the end of the movie.
I was just thinking, to interject for a moment, when we're sitting there watching it, I'm like, damn, we're getting really close to Avengers Infinity War, because now they're actually starting to formulate the plot.
And they actually introduced the multiverse concept
that was cool
into this movie too, which opens up basically Pandora's box.
Mordo's the one that was talking about the multiverse? What's his name? Is that his name?
Yeah, Baron Mordo.
Mordo.
He ends up...
Who is he? Alright, so he's...
Who?
Spoilers.
The black guy?
So does he end up become... Like, is that a known villain?
Yes, he actually is one of Doctor Strange's...
Like, main
antagonists. Him and...
So you're sitting here watching this, and when they're buddies, you know that at that point.
You know that they're going to start fighting.
I was unsure until the Ancient One, who's played by Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, there was a lot of upheaval about her being cast as the...
I thought she did pretty good.
I thought that woman is freaky. She's alien-esque. So you put her, no hair, and you put her in some kung fu outfit and let her like have magical powers.
She's not.
She nailed it.
She's not really that attractive of a woman, but she is attractive in a weird way.
In a weird alien type way.
Weird alien way. I don't know. I remember her from...
So you're saying if a time portal opened up right now, Rob.
Yeah, and her bald chemo ass came out of it.
I'm hitting that. I got dibs.
Yeah, I got dibs on that, and Jeremy has the pussy rock, so we're good.
I'm like, wait, Rob, take this with.
Take this with.
Use the pussy stone.
Like, are you sure you ain't got none of that mystique power?
I think we know the title of this one.
Are you sure? Are you sure that you cannot change yourself into anything else? You're not like Mystique or anything where you can turn into like...
No shape-shifting spells?
No shape... Or this is what I'm working with.
She's like, I can do many things, but this is what you're left with. Unfortunately.
I'm bald. You're bald. We put our heads together, we look like a giant ass. This ain't gonna work. I'm sorry, I changed my mind. I changed my mind. This can't work out.
So tell us more about Doctor Strange.
So if you're not familiar with Doctor Strange, Doctor Stephen Strange is a world-renowned surgeon who, due to an automobile accident, loses the ability to use his hands properly, injures his hands severely in the accident, can never perform surgery again because of it. And because of that, he goes and finds basically alternative medicine.
He's an asshole egomaniac like every doctor out there.
Like every Marvel superhero before they turn
That is true, right? They're all assholes.
They're all assholes.
He was very...
well, besides Banner wasn't an asshole.
Oh, Bruce Banner,
That's true.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner's just the helpless victim.
Well, I would say his assholeness is the Hulk. Basically.
So did you guys, let me ask you guys something. Did you guys in the beginning of the movie when they're kind of introducing us to Dr. Stephen Strange and they're showing us like what a dick he is and like the extravagant life he lives that his surgeon fortune has earned him, were you guys like myself? I'm sitting there thinking, oh, this is Tony Stark 2.0.
Yeah. Well, I liked how they had the Easter egg of, did you see that Avengers Tower or whatever it is?
No, I didn't see the Avengers Tower. I'm so damn blind.
It was so blatantly obvious.
Right.
Like a giant blue A was like sitting right on the top of the building.
And then tell him
in his
about,
apartment? Like when they
I think when they were, it was like at the beginning where they were kind of like giving you an overview of like New York.
And then when he got that call and on his phone right before he got in an accident about War
I want to
Machine.
talk about that. I do want to talk about that.
There were some Easter eggs in this movie if you go and watch it.
I heard that there were a lot of Easter
both
eggs.
Both visually and audio.
They did say the Avengers, too.
I am terrible with Easter eggs. I really am. I'm not a complete idiot or dunce about like my knowledge of these things, but I don't catch. I have to go home and watch it on DVD, and then I catch them. When I'm in the movie theater,
I didn't know what the fuck an Easter egg was really, and then
so
I was like, "Did you see the Easter egg?" I'm literally looking for a
Were you really?
Dude. I'm like, what the fuck Easter egg are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, okay.
It's fucking July, asshole.
What was it? Batman v Superman?
Yeah, it was like little shit like that, you know.
Rob's looking for the bat egg.
Yeah, and now
the bat logo on it.
And now, like with the Deadpool movie, when during the car scene they had the Green Lantern card line. I was like, oh, there's an Easter egg. I got one.
Yeah, they are clever.
Now the Easter eggs are starting to become more and more.
Marvel is notorious for laying in Easter eggs in their movies now, whether it's referencing something in the past or referencing something that may be coming down the pipeline.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard a lot of talk about... We kind of touched upon this with the list last week about what happens to Iron Man after Robert Downey Jr. So when I'm sitting there watching, I've heard a lot about this guy, Doctor Strange. I'm trying to think of
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Thank you, Nate. And so I've heard a lot about him becoming the next main guy.
Who is Benedict Cumberbatch?
Doctor Strange. He's been in a lot of movies.
The actor. The actor.
Benedict
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
He played Khan in Star Trek Into Darkness.
Mm-hmm. It's a good actor. I liked him in this role, even though I don't have a reference of Doctor Strange. I'll say he nailed it.
You know,
I think he looked a lot like Doctor Strange.
Yes.
A lot is Chris. My brother.
You're right, he does.
Like if my brother-in-law would shave his face and
if he didn't have red hair.
If he didn't have red hair.
Yeah, but in the face.
And he had a different face.
But other than that, identical. No, I see your point.
You know, he did look like him.
Yeah.
Which, I don't give a fuck.
But there was a really great Easter egg. I'll let Nate tell it because I kind of caught it, but I think we missed part of it because the phone call.
Right. There was...
so right before the big accident scene.
Yeah, Doctor Strange, he's...
Spoilers!
Yeah, spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Doctor Strange is speeding down the road, being the asshole that he is, going 120 down curves. And he gets a call from, I'm assuming it's another doctor or whatever, and he's like, oh, I got some patients for you and need some help. And one guy's like, I got a 35-year-old male with a spinal injury due to a experimental armor, which if you watch Civil War, you would know that he's talking about Rhodey.
Spoilers!
In which Doctor Strange ends up just like, nah, you don't need me for that one. So basically, Doctor Strange says, fuck you, Rhodey.
I wonder if that's going to come up in the future. Yeah. If Rhodey's like, were you the guy that didn't want to work on it?
And it's a reoccurring theme. Doctor Strange, he meets another character that's miraculously healed from a spinal injury, and this other character says, oh, well, I tried to get into your office, and I couldn't even get past your receptionist.
Right. But in that Easter egg, wasn't there another?
There was a...
Was that?
Thor. There was another one.
Thor? He was referencing?
No, there was that one, and then the second one was like, I think he said like a 68-year-old, and I couldn't hear what was wrong, and then there was another one.
Was the 68-year-old Stan Lee?
No, Stan Lee's older than that.
Is he?
He's much older than that.
Well, Stan Lee didn't make any cameos.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yeah,
yeah, he was. Yeah,
it was a great cameo. Actually, it was when
Doctor Strange he sets up a mirror dimension.
Yeah, I remember seeing
to
that
neutralize the effects of
the bad guy.
Some sort of a bomb that was going to try to blow up the sanctum. And prevents him from doing that, but it basically gives the bad guys more power in the dimension, and of course, a great credit to the special effects in this movie. Is off the
awesome.
chain. If you get motion sickness easy, do not go see this.
Right. There was when they start doing the world bending, the city bending, and you see the car. Those cars just drop off the side and then they come up the other side like it's a video game or something. Mm-hmm. Amazing
special.
Props to Disney, to Marvel. They do some amazing shit with.
It'll be a sick 3D movie, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I hate 3D movies,
hate 3D
but
movies.
that one, that might have been worth watching 3D.
Yeah, that would have been mind blowing to say the least. But the Stan Lee cameo was the big fight when they're in the mirror dimension, and Doctor Strange and Mordo are. The reality gets bent, so they end up falling toward this bus, and it shows Stan Lee on a bus reading a book about the doors of perception, and he's like, ha, that's funny.
And Doctor Strange is falling because the ground has just been shifted, and now he's falling, and he slams into the bus, and as Stan Lee is reading the book.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good cameo.
Yeah, it was a really good cameo.
But there's a lot of what they refer to as the mystic arts. There's a lot of reference to the mystic arts. Basically, for people unfamiliar with Doctor Strange, they're basically saying, and they do talk about the Avengers a few times. There's references to the Avengers.
The Avengers are Earthling.
Earth's protectors.
Earth protectors.
Yeah, one of the monks, quote unquote, monk sorcerers, said that the Avengers protect the world from physical threats. We protect the world from the more mystical threats.
Yeah.
Right. So I thought that was interesting. So you kind of have like the trifecta now of like, okay, you have the Avengers that take care of shit on Earth. You have the Guardians
who take care of shit in space.
Right. And Doctor Strange and his group of mystical monks, whatever you want to call them, are taking care of the spiritual realm. So
pretty cool, man. I mean, I'm telling you, man, DC has got to get this shit together, dude.
You know, this is one of Ralph's favorite subjects, but I was thinking about Ralph's when we were watching this, and I was blown away by the special effects. Every freaking, you know, I heard a lot of crap talk about, this movie's going to sink Marvel. This movie's different from the others, and this is where they all go wrong. Marvel's finally going to fuck up, and everything, you know, everything's going to go downhill from here. No, they just don't. They don't make bad movies at Marvel.
Marvel cannot make a bad movie.
I mean, I'm not a.
Admittedly,
I'm not the biggest Thor fan, but you could even take the worst Thor movie and still throw it up against any DC movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe not any. I guess you can go back to '89 Batman, old Superman, but within the last 20 years,
Thor
2.
Thor 2 was kind of
Did you like the first one better than the second one? I liked
one
the first one better than the second one. Thor, that is.
Right.
But Marvel, people bitched about it, and what do we have coming next year?
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok, which looks awesome.
It does look
awesome.
Yes, it does.
I don't know the point I was trying to make. Just how kick-ass Marvel is, that they don't make mistakes. I was sitting there watching it, and I'm thinking about Ralph's argument about fuck DC, man. They just need to do what Marvel does.
It's true, they do, man. Fuck Warner Brothers.
And I'm a DC man. I love DC Comics.
DC Comics. If their movies would stick to their comics, we'd be great.
Let's talk about it for a moment, man. What is it that makes Marvel movies? What is that magic formula that DC can't figure out?
I think it's the actors.
You think it's the actors?
They're using a lot of low-named actors. Like Chris Hemsworth, he made a couple movies, but then he didn't branch out until he made Thor. Robert Downey Jr. had his problems in the 90s. He did a couple movies here and there. Iron Man was his main thing. Michael Keaton, 1989. No one really knew of Michael Keaton. He did a couple low names, but then no one knew of him until Batman 89 and 92. If they would have kept Michael Keaton as Batman as far as they could, his name, he would have been Batman. Now, Tobey Maguire, people remember him as Spider-Man, but I think it's the names, that the actors. Now, where they fucked up with Batman and Robin and Batman Forever is they used way too many big names in the 90s at that time. You cannot use Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey, fucking Drew Barrymore,
Well, I see your point. I think is you're trying to say you put all these big actors in the movie.
You're
focused. So you're kind of like focused on the actors themselves, but there's no story.
Yeah, you're like, oh, Tommy Lee Jones is playing Two-Face. Oh, that's gonna be cool. No, it's fucking not. It sucks.
It takes you out of the story? Is that what you're saying? It takes you out of the story
because you're so interested in watching Tommy Lee Jones play Two-Face, how he does, or Jim Carrey plays the Riddler, how that's going to look. But it takes it, like, I can't even tell you what the real... I mean, it was just such a fucking corny movie. When Batman ripped that dude's hearing aid out of his ear during the fucking safe with the acid... And then the guy's just whining like a little bitch. My hearing aid. Well,
no,
I just can't stand shit like that.
Not only that, but when he whips out the Bat credit card.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Never leave home without it. Really?
Yeah, never leave home without it.
Right. That's where DC fucks up. And I think, if you think about it, they never made a DC movie after Batman. What was it? Batman and Robin. They didn't make any more DC movies.
Until Batman Begins.
Yeah, until Christopher Nolan took over.
Yeah, and then they did... the Dark Knight.
Basically, the Dark Knight trilogy is what...
And then the Green Lantern. And that was it.
Which is those... the Dark Knight trilogy...
And a couple of the Superman shithole movies, but... You don't have to count those.
The Dark Knight trilogy is really... I guess for me, like, I love those movies, but they're very... not connected to the comic books. No. You know what I mean?
Bane's not.
Right. It's almost like it's a cool Batman world.
Yeah.
But it's almost like it's almost not even connected to any of the comics. I think I'll say something about like where Marvel is going right and DC's not. I think what I'm going to say is the obvious, and then we'll hear what Nate Dogg's thoughts are. But obviously DC is rushing to catch up.
Yeah.
I think part of the obvious answer here is that Marvel, we're 10 years into this. Mm-hmm. We were talking about that the other podcast. Mm-hmm. They have taken their time building. They didn't say, hey, let's make the Avengers right now and make $1 billion, and then we'll just keep putting movies out and make $1 billion off of every movie. They didn't know what Iron Man was going to do. Yeah, they knew. Well, actually, Disney didn't own Marvel back then, but Marvel didn't have any idea how well this was going to take off.
You know what I think of?
They just said, let's make a damn good movie, and if it works, we got all these other ideas.
I think of Marvel as the smart kid in class who's fucking straight A's, and he's got a project to do in 9 weeks, and he works on his project the whole 9 weeks.
Diligently.
Whole 9 weeks. He's got 9 weeks to get the project in. On that 8th week, he's done. Now, DC is like how I was in high school. 9 weeks to get it done. That fucking 9th week, I'm getting all my fucking information. I'm gathering it. My project looks like shit.
Right, because DC sits back and goes, we got Batman and Superman. We don't need to study. We got the Flash.
We'll just put them all in the movie. Everybody's going to come out and see them.
Yeah, right. We don't even need a story. We don't even need a director. Damn it.
It's like we don't even need to have storylines.
Yeah, you know, there's... I could just picture the think tank sitting around a table like, let's see, who do we want to get to play Lex Luthor? Oh, I know, maybe that Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, the guy who made fucking Facebook.
You know, yeah, the guy, the social network.
The social network.
Yeah, that's Lex Luthor. I mean, God,
he looks just like him.
Yeah, just
what they should have done was introduce the Superman.
Or Jared Leto.
Yeah, like they did.
You know what the young kids would like?
They were like a fucking
Let's put a rock
pimp.
star.
Let's make a Joker a pimp. What they should have done was let Ben Affleck have his own Batman movie. Let us get the feel for him.
Agreed. Take your time.
Take your time. Don't rush into fucking... Because now you don't know if Batman's a good guy because he's trying to kill Superman. You don't know if Wonder Woman's just out there just... You don't know. You have to take your time. Give Batman his backstory. Who killed Robin or Nightwing? You know, does the Robin in Batman vs Superman lead up to Suicide Squad? Whereas Jason Todd, is that where it's going? Don't fucking rush it all and fucking have one giant orgy and splurge all over yourself.
Dude, I got so many pussy references right now. I'm holding so many pussy metaphors. I'm holding back.
Well, I'm serious.
PG.
I mean, instead of just like. You know what it's like?
No,
okay, no offense, kids, if you're listening. It's like getting a hand job, okay? You're getting a hand job, you go. Your load's blown. And then they keep fucking with it. And it's just like, okay, stop.
Like,
I'm done.
good. I'm good. All
I'm
right,
good.
quit.
All right,
Stop it.
Now stop. You're just pissing me the fuck off. Leave it alone. That's how it is. You got your good moments, and then they just keep fucking with it until you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. I don't even want to see you anymore. You're fucking
DC
crazy.
blew their load in 1989.
DC blew their load in 1989, and they just keep giving us shitty hand jobs with fucking...
Every time they put one out, you're like, that's not right. It's just quit.
like,
just
quit.
stop. I'm done. I don't want it. I don't want it.
You know what they're using? They're using them gloves.
I'm going back to Marvel.
They're using them gloves with the black polka dots with the grip on it. That's the hand job we're getting.
You don't really love me. Marvel loves me.
Yeah, just stop with the fucking hand jobs and stop. You ruined it with 1992 joke Batman. Now just leave it alone. But no, we're going to keep fucking with it more. No, there's more in there. There's going to come on. That's what George Lucas did with Star Wars. That's the same thing.
Reel it back.
That's the same thing George Lucas did with Star Wars.
Oh, God. We are treading into prequel territory.
It is. It's like, it is. George Lucas is like, well, let's see. Greedo didn't shoot first, but Han shot first. So let's change that up. Let's change this up.
It is a matter of arrogance.
It's like, just quit fucking with it. Yes, I'm good. The sex was great. Get off of me now. That's the only metaphor I could think of.
Right.
I'm sorry.
You nailed it. You did.
If there's any preteens, I'm sorry. Ask your dad what a fucking hand job is.
You just got a crash course in sex there, ladies and gentlemen.
But it's true. That's how a lot of movies
Google
are.
hand job. There you go.
That's how a lot of movies are. They just keep... And then now Marvel, this is all fucking foreplay. And then once
now
we get to
Marvel's just Iron Man. They're like, I'm gonna kiss you on the neck a little bit.
Yeah, a little neck.
I like that. What are you gonna do next? What are you gonna do next?
Yeah, you know, it's just all foreplay. And then once the Civil War and Infinite Wars all come out, then it's boom.
The pussy is wet. I want more. I want more.
You just
give it to me.
You just gush it all over the fucking bed.
What's next? What's next?
But DC is just like, it's just like, okay, here's a 50-cent hand job. I'm gonna keep going until it falls off. Leave the shit alone. Quit fucking changing the Joker. Quit changing the fucking Batman.
I think there's some credibility to what you're saying.
And that's one thing I like about Marvel is that they keep the same characters. These fucking people
we're
We're
still in Walmart and we're getting some reactions to the podcast outside the car.
This guy's getting hand jobs. You don't even know what we're talking about. Keep going, fucker. Don't look at me. I had a bad night. Bad day.
So Nate, what's your thoughts about what is Marvel doing right that DC's not?
It's the attention to detail.
That's a good point.
The time that is put into the scripts, to the camera work, to the actors, putting the right actors in the right roles.
Yes.
And not really fucking with the characters a lot. You know?
Yeah, I don't know Doctor Strange, but they seem like they stuck to him pretty close. In my personal opinion, I think they nailed Doctor Strange with the casting of Benedict.
Yeah, this guy was good.
He looks like him.
Does.
And it's another testament to the research that goes on from Marvel, is that they find these people who end up becoming the real life versions of their characters.
Disney. Look at Star Wars.
Because if you look at Robert Downey Jr., do you see Robert Downey Jr. or do you see Tony Stark?
Now he's Tony Stark.
Because the lines are blurred.
Yeah, for sure.
You look at him and you're like, oh shit, it's Tony Stark.
Right.
You know? And he's even played that in real life.
Yeah.
There's a video out there on YouTube, I'm sure it's still out there, of a kid who lost his arm in an accident and everything.
Yeah, I saw that.
And Robert Downey Jr. shows up as Tony Stark with a Stark chest
at the hospital.
I think it was at the kid's residence or something.
How cool is that?
And he shows up. He plays as Tony Stark. He's like, "Oh yeah, I've developed this for you." And he opens it up, and it's a 3D printed arm
And it worked.
And he put it on the kid, and it looked just like an Iron Man arm and everything. And he was moving.
The kid got suspended from school because it was considered a weapon.
Are you serious?
No.
That's exactly how life works.
That's life,
though.
dude.
Yeah.
This is liberal nation, bro.
It's Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, even though we haven't seen a lot of Nick Fury.
He walks in the restaurants with
Winter
pirate
Soldier.
masks on and saying, "I'm fucking Nick Fury, bitch."
Right.
I need.
Think about how cool that is, though, man. Think about that. You can walk into a hospital where children are sick and dying, man, and like they don't have a life, but they know they know who you are. They know who Tony Stark is, and you can walk in and suspend reality.
The thing that I didn't think was going to play out right was Nick Fury being black. Because in the comics, he was white. He was this white guy, blonde hair, with the patch. And then when I found out Samuel L. Jackson was in it, and he was black, obviously, and I was like, really? That's gonna be different. But he fucking hit it, dude. He played it off. It was perfect.
There's been a few choices that Marvel has made that I said, like Tilda Swinton. A lot of people call it, oh, she can't, again, I'm not familiar with Doctor Strange, but he's not, the Ancient One is a man, from what I understand, an Asian man, correct?
That's what I thought.
That's what
Yeah, that was the outcry, is that it was supposed to be Asian, it's supposed to be an Asian character, and they cast Tilda Swinton as it, and there's an uproar about this white casting, minorities.
But don't you doubt Disney. They know what they're doing, man. They can throw a black Nick Fury in there, and you're like, you know what? It works.
Yeah, they can throw. They can do. Disney's got it, dude. DC needs to be like, yo, Marvel, can we look at your papers?
What do you guys got over there?
What do you guys got over there that's working so good that DC's not? But I'm telling you, DC is fucking rushing too much.
No, I definitely think that's a big problem. I said that when I heard about the Justice League movie 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's too soon.
I said, well, they were announcing it back then. Well, we're going to do the movie. We're going to do it backwards from what Marvel did.
Everything's back.
We're going to do Justice League, and then we're going to give you the solo films. Yeah. And I said back then, why? No, why?
Marvel hit it perfect. Let's introduce everybody. Let's give it a 10-year period. They're going to be pissed off because we're not getting the Avengers right away, but they're going to be happy at the end. And that's what... And that's what DC... God, we're going to die by a semi-truck. Isn't that an ironic moment? We all work at a fucking place like that. We're gonna get killed.
And we died by the hands of a by a trucker.
Man. Well, keep going, Jag off.
Don't
wave at us.
We interrupt this podcast. To save our own lives. Damn truckers.
But
God damn you, Optimus Prime.
I think personally Ben Affleck should have had his own Batman movie.
Who?
Ben Affleck.
Oh,
it should have been his own movie.
I thought for a second you just said Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm like, what? You're calling him Batman now?
No, he should have had his own movie. Let us know what happened to Robin. Let us know if there was a Catwoman back then in the day. Because obviously he's older now.
Did he tap that with
Catwoman? What did he do?
I think there's so much credibility to that idea of why did we put Batman out there. And I've actually heard this. I'll give a shout out to Collider Videos. I listen to Collider all the time. It's a great podcast. But they were talking about it one time of part of the reason that Warner Brothers threw Batman into the mix with Superman was because Man of Steel was not what they had hoped it to be.
So they needed something to back it up
with. Yes, so they said, okay, Batman works. People love Batman. Let's throw Batman in the next Superman movie. Well, and they essentially just made it a Batman movie, and Superman was there. Essentially. Yeah. But see, again, the whole problem, again, what I've noticed, this is something DC does. They make one mistake, and then they make more mistakes to cover that mistake.
Whatever Avenger does, or whatever Marvel does, DC does. Now, if they were smart, they would have made a Justice League movie back with Christian Nolan movies with the Dark Knight and shit. Fuck the Bane movie, and let's just done straight to Justice League.
You! I don't know
Fuck
what you're
you!
talking
What are you
about.
talking about? My fucking mother. Of course.
You merely adapted the light. I was born in the dark.
What a beautiful voice. Fuck you, Bane.
I talk like this because I like to suck cock all the time.
His voice, I mean, his
I will defend that Bane. I love that Bane.
His
We had this
backstory-
conversation at work, and these two fellows were like, "No, give me the Mexican wrestler."
Live
I
from
love
the underground.
My problem
Bane.
with it is that Bane is supposed to be a brutish, just physical powerhouse. They try to make this Bane as an intellectual.
Yeah, that's Nolan. That was
and,
Nolan's fault.
Try to make Bane too smart than what he actually should be.
They should have had.
Agreed.
They should have.
The voice is kick-ass, though.
The voice
It
was
is.
great. The backstory was great, but the character's costume was horrible. They made him look like a fucking like a Terminator.
I
or
didn't mind
something.
the costume. I see where you're coming from. How far they strayed from the
source material.
Yeah, the
And he
source
wasn't
material.
as big as they should have made him big. They should have made him a lot bigger.
Tom Hardy's like definitely a buff dude, but
Yeah.
he's only actually like 5'9",
Yeah.
whereas Bane in the comics is like 7 foot.
Yeah, they could have made him a lot bigger. They could have thrown somebody in there to make him fucking... But that's all being done, and that's all over with, but...
I guess I need to bring you back too.
I think Christopher Nolan was just trying to get this Batman movie out of the way. He wanted to get the Catwoman in there. He wanted to get the Bane story out there. He almost got the Robin and Nightwing story out there, but...
Yeah, I know we're straying from Doctor Strange. We're gonna get back to that.
Yeah, Doctor Strange...
Please.
It all ties in to the vast difference between Marvel and DC.
Let me ask you guys this. Not to interrupt again, but the questions are just popping into my head. All right, so we'd all like to see Nightwing, right? That character, some form of Robin. I'm a Nightwing fan. If they were going to put Nightwing in let's say the Batman movie, because he's older now, and there's a chance. I've heard some talk about it. Who plays Nightwing?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, you think? You bring him back?
I think
you
you
tie
bring
that
him
universe
back.
together? You just say,
can't
fuck
tie
it?
it together, though, because it's two different Jokers. Unless that Joker...
No, you can't tie it together, but you could, you know what I mean? If you introduce him in this new DC universe, Batman universe, then you're going to have people going, oh, it's the dude that played Robin.
Well, I don't know. They kind of tied in fucking Gotham and Batman Returns with the Penguin's dad being the same fucking person. You know, Pee Wee Herman, he's his fucking dad in both movies. Gotham, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. The way DC's going, they'll put fucking Justin Bieber in his Nightwing. Who fucking knows? Let's put
Not
Ben
the Biebs, no!
Put fucking Matt Damon in there. At least we kind of realized it was going to be a Matt Damon, Ben Affleck.
Hey, you give
45-year-old Robin
You give Nightwing.
or Nightwing. Well,
You give Matt Damon. I could buy that. Why not?
Matt Damon.
As Nightwing,
Yeah.
he's a good actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor, but he's fucking getting old, and he's not...
But then you're gonna run into the same problem that you were complaining before. There's too many big names in the movie.
Yeah, you cannot go big names. But at this point, what the fuck does it matter, dude?
I'd say
Hayden
Ben
Christensen.
Affleck's gonna be in it.
You're gonna throw Hayden Christensen as Nightwing.
And he's already
Hayden Christensen as Nightwing. Ooh.
he's already teased Deathstroke.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you two know, but they announced who Deathstroke is going to be.
He's he's really tall, right?
Yeah.
Montaigne or something like that.
Yeah,
I heard about it.
Montanello or something. He played in Magic Mike.
Oh, Jesus.
He's the bearded one, not Kevin Nash, but he's the other.
I don't know. I never seen
I
that
never
movie.
saw it either.
I don't like dicks. Explain yourself.
Yeah, my wife can't.
I was just gonna say, Nate's married. He's got an excuse. He's seen Magic Mike.
I'm married. I ain't seen Magic Mike, but I'm on the verge of fucking...
Carry on.
All right. But still.
So he's going to play Deathstroke. And he's not even supposed to be the main villain. So there's going to be another villain in this.
They better throw somebody good, because I'm getting so sick and tired of Scarecrow and...
So they're saying Deathstroke's not going to be the main
He's
villain.
not going to be the main... I think I saw that he's going to be hired by...
Red Hood.
The main antagonist.
Do we put the Joker in this movie? Do we?
Do we put the Joker in this one? Like, Jared Leto?
Yeah, exactly.
Jared Leto Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, with a good backstory of Jason Todd.
I don't want to see him in this movie. That's my opinion.
I want to see him in this movie.
I think they're killing the character, is my opinion.
I want to know who the fuck he is and where he came from.
I do too, but
because Jack Nicholson, we had an idea. What's his name? Heath Ledger, we had an idea. This guy, he could have just been a pimp who went crazy on the fucking makeup.
I'd almost rather them give me a Joker movie.
Give me a Jason Todd movie.
To explain it.
That would be very interesting.
I really don't want to see... I thought about this. I didn't immediately think, oh, no, I don't want to see the Joker. My first thought was, yeah, I'd like to see the Joker in the Batman standalone. But after thinking about it for a while, I don't want the Joker to become overkill.
Yeah.
Right.
And everybody's still... I mean, it's 2008 was The Dark Knight?
2008.
Yeah,
but it's still fresh in people's minds.
Oh, yeah. You're going to hear the Joker, you're thinking of Heath Ledger.
Right, and it's going to be hard to follow in Heath Ledger's shoes, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you want me to believe in who this Joker is, if he's going to be used, which I've heard that he signed a deal for like eight movie parts.
Oh, fucking A.
So, if this is the Joker you're begging me to buy into, give me a standalone movie.
Give me a standalone origin.
An origin story, because the Joker's never really had one.
Nope.
So introduce a concrete origin story. Explain to me who the hell this gangster Joker is, so that I might like him.
I mean, Batman, Ben Affleck is playing such an older Batman that it could be anybody. Really. I mean, he's had his fair share of enemies. He's probably already fought the Penguin. He's probably already fought Mr. Freeze and all this shit. This could be his final competitor, of Jared Leto being Jason Todd. This could be it.
Right. I was just gonna say that the Jared Leto Joker might not even be the real Joker.
Right.
This could be the continuing rumor out there is that, oh, it's Jason Todd. It's Jason Todd. He's the Joker. The real Joker is out there somewhere.
Now, I don't even care if the real Joker had a backstory. I don't care. I just want to know who the fuck this guy is.
Now, what they could do, and it would kind of sync up, is just do the ultimate Joker. Put Mark Hamill in the movie as the Joker. He's older. It would make sense.
Oh, please.
It would make sense.
Please.
It would explain the Jared Leto, Jason Todd, and it would connect with the Ben Affleck Batman and the Mark Hamill Joker. The Mark Hamill as the Joker alone would sell fucking tickets.
Yeah, sure would.
He is so iconic.
Yeah, but
as the Joker.
Do you know that's his favorite part he's ever done?
Can he pull off the Joker makeup and look and everything? I mean, his voice is perfect.
I think he can.
I think the one I was telling you about that they were thinking about doing him for Flash. Somebody had photoshopped the paint on him, and it looked pretty damn good.
I mean, his makeup is fucking. If they could do, they got to figure out what.
Just picture Luke Skywalker smiling. It's there. Yeah, it's there, dude. You just got to throw the makeup on.
Or they try to hit the home run and go with William Dafoe as the Joker.
I've heard this. Have you never heard this before?
I don't even know who the fuck William Dafoe is.
Green Goblin.
Green Goblin, the original Green Goblin. from
Spider-Man 1.
Wow, that would be fucking
Now
sick.
picture his face.
Picture him smiling and then put the Joker
His face reminds me of the cartoon Jokers.
Yeah.
Like, what is it?
I saw
the Batman Returns.
the animated series. The animated DC animated.
Yeah, the Dark Knight Returns and shit. Oh my god, dude, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I've seen a meme. I've seen a meme where they put the makeup on him. Like the Joker makeup. Yeah, it's like him in a movie smiling or laughing, and they colored his
fucking dead
and
on.
it is dead on. You've seen it too?
Yeah.
That would be fucking perfect.
And I think I heard somewhere that there was some talk at some point about using him as an older Joker. But yeah, that would be killer. But if I had a choice, I'd still choose Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Even if Mark Hamill didn't quite look it as much as Willem Dafoe does.
You gotta have that skinniness though, dude. Like, Joker's always...
Not an old Joker.
No, not an old Joker.
Jack Nicholson wasn't skinny.
It just, I guess, depends on what kind of Joker you want to go for.
And I'm sure Mark Hamill can slim out a little bit too. I mean, it's not like he's incapable of slimming up for a slimmer looking Joker.
They just give him one of those magic pills they hand him in Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm still... I like that William Dafoe, though, dude. Can you imagine that fucker with green hair and white face?
Dude, it's dead on. If you look it up,
God damn it, DC, fucking listen to us.
Willem Dafoe as the Joker, I'm sure you'll see the meme.
Yeah.
And it's so spot on. I saw it, I don't know, I was on some social media, and I was like, whoa. It's uncanny. It really
that's
is.
what they should do. But I just didn't understand this whole Superman and Batman movie. It was so, like, so unorganized and so, like, out there, like...
Has everyone in the car seen it yet? Nate, you seen it?
I've seen it.
What?
Batman v Superman?
No, I haven't seen it.
Homie, you gotta see that.
I mean, I just didn't understand Lex Luthor.
You gotta see it because it's so bad. It really is.
I mean, Ben Affleck did a great job playing Batman. He did. But everything else was just so fucking unorganized and made no sense. It wasn't even a Batman movie. It was a Superman movie.
It was... You know... Lex really had a bigger part than both Batman and Superman.
Was there Ben Gordon in there at all? Officer or Commissioner Gordon?
Really briefly.
Yeah, see, this wasn't even a Batman movie.
Commissioner Gordon's not. I don't think in this universe he's going to be much of anything.
Maybe he's already dead.
No, he's in it.
Well, he's going to be in Justice League.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Who are they playing?
J.K. Simmons. He does the State Farm State Farm commercials.
The black guy?
The guy with the real...
No, not the black. No. Farmers. The Farmers Insurance. Sorry.
He's the one that played fucking in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man as the fucking ball... As
J. Jonah Jameson. Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
That was him.
Wow.
He's fucking perfect as J. Jonah Jameson.
I thought it was going to be like... Nation or Allstate.
Yeah, you're right.
Or whatever the fuck that black guy's name is. He goes, that's Allstate. I was like, why do you gotta be fucking Commissioner Gordon?
Batman, we need you.
I can see that as him being Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, I mean, he was good.
Batman, you've got Allstate, right?
But it was really brief in Batman v Superman. I don't know.
This Gordon's gonna be jacked as fuck. So I'm hoping we're gonna get some action sequences with Gordon.
I'd like to see that too.
He's gonna have to be big because
why would you beef up if you're gonna be if you're gonna end up being a pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah, jack like this. Oh shit, Mattel. Oh fuck.
I don't know, man. I just think that they should do DC. Just after watching these Marvel movies, it's almost like I don't know. Just keep the ice skates on Batman and Robin, and DC would have Six Flags Great America and shit. While fucking Marvel is rocking it with Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse.
It's kind of like this is a fair comparison. I think it's kind of like DC Marvel has almost become like Disney and DreamWorks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I can watch DreamWorks and it's entertaining, but it ain't Disney.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's what it
there's
is.
something lacking, whereas I turn on Pixar, and there's just fucking magic, man.
Yeah,
That's magic. Whatever.
It's Disney. I'm telling you, when I went to Disney World when I was 28 years old,
Worship the devil.
I went to Disney World.
That's for another podcast, but Jeremy firmly believes that Disney worships the devil.
I walked in the gates, and it was like a euphoria high.
Yeah, I've been there, man.
Over
I
my
remember
body,
8 years
man.
old.
I smell the cotton candy. I smell the ice cream. I smell fucking Mickey Mouse's shit, and it smelled good.
You're like, where's that mouse?
It just was like I was 5 years old again, dude. The music and fucking DC is just like, well, we got Six Flags and Bugs Bunny. Fuck you, dude. Did you give me a chance to go to Mickey Mouse, to go to Disney World or Six Flags?
Hey, I'm not knocking Bugs Bunny. Let me just.
I'm not knocking Bugs Bunny
love Bugs
either.
Bunny.
I'm just knocking Bugs Bunny's ownership.
Right. It's an interesting subject that we're on because 2 weeks ago, a little less than 2 weeks ago, Warner Brothers was bought out by AT&T.
Which, what the fuck does that mean?
Isn't that strange?
What the fuck does that mean?
Now all Warner Brothers movies are now going to have AT&T cell phones.
Count on it.
All what?
They're all going to have AT&T cell phones in it. Every other character.
You're gonna see AT&T logos. Oh yeah.
You're gonna look at the camera.
Now that I've told you that, now that we've told you that, you'll see and you'll go, oh damn it!
So the next Batman movie is gonna be like
he'll have a bat.
He'll have a bat phone that's gonna have the AT&T symbol on it.
Guaranteed.
It's gonna
product
say,
placement.
Instead of bat phone, it's gonna be the BATT phones.
BANTT phone.
BANTT.
There you go. That's a perfect.
And the fucking Alfred.
I can see that in advertisements.
Yep.
Alfred wasn't even fucking good at all in this fucking.
Yeah,
movie.
we just.
Alfred looked like Robert
point,
Downey Jr. with makeup on.
I had to point that out because it's such a strange world we live in.
Yeah.
Where companies are buying up everything, man. There's.
Whatever happened to this Monopoly thing? Wasn't there like a Monopoly thing where people couldn't buy so much shit?
Supposedly it still exists. That AT&T actually a purchase like this, the government has to okay it, and they actually did.
The government don't give a fuck as long as fucking.
Heather's like, am I gonna be president? You go right ahead.
Hell yeah, AT&T and Batman movies. Bill, what do you think? I love Batman, and I murdered AT&T phone. Let's do it.
Bill said, you just get me in the office again. I don't care what you got to do.
He's like, what's up, girls? Guess who's back?
So we briefly bring up politics and then dump it.
And then dump it right away.
Let's not go there. The election is way too close.
Yeah.
But, where were we? We were talking about Doctor Strange. We were talking about why Marvel is awesome and DC can't figure it out. But back to the movie.
Your guys' impressions of the movie.
I thought it was great. I mean, it wasn't as Iron Man great, but it was definitely a Marvel movie, so it was good.
I'll go a little bit further. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It makes me actually want to read a Doctor Strange comic now.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
Like if somebody gave me a Doctor Strange comic 2 years ago, I probably would be like, I don't read that.
Yeah.
After seeing this movie, I'm like, wow, man, I bet there's some good stories in there.
Well, see, that's what it is. It's all about the movies. These kids nowadays don't fucking read shit. They gotta watch the movies and know what the hell's going on.
They need a reference point.
They need a reference point. They need to be like, and then as soon as they watch the Doctor Strange movie, they're going to go in their dad's closet and pull out his old comic books and be like, you got Doctor Strange comic books?
Right,
right. And that's how they're getting into it. Same with the X-Men. Same with fucking Captain America.
Yeah, I will say it was interesting. It was interesting. 2 rows in front of us at the theater. You missed it. You didn't miss it. 2 rows in front of us, there was looked like Duck Dynasty was sitting down below us.
It looked like Duck Dynasty or like fucking Jerry Lewis let the Jerry kids out.
There was like 4 or 5 guys that are
like, hey lady,
that were in their 40s or 50s with Doctor Strange shirts on. And
they were Jared kids, bro. They were on that short bus that rolled up. They were like, I'm not trying to say nothing mean, dude. I'm not.
But my thoughts about the movie, I liked it a lot. A solid 8, maybe even 8.5. I loved the special effects. Mm-hmm. Special effects. So I have to go there since we're talking about like our thoughts of the movie. Near the end of the movie, maybe one of the best. I always reference this action sequence. You guys have seen The Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah.
So the action sequence that takes place on the expressway.
Yes.
Badass action. So goes in my book goes down in history as one of the best action sequences. Tonight we watched Doctor Strange, and 2/3 into the movie there is a kick-ass action sequence.
Yeah.
Where Doctor Strange is using his abilities, his powers to reverse time, and the world around him that had just been destroyed by nameless bad guy, I can't remember his name, but the world of Hong Kong had been demolished when Doctor Strange showed up, and so he starts using the powers to reverse time, and while time around them is reversing, they partake in a kick-ass action fight scene that is amazing. Again, I'm sitting there thinking, only Marvel could think of this. Only Marvel.
Mm-hmm. So, signing out.
We're running.
So Ralph liked it.
I liked it. 8 out of 5 or 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Jeremy?
I loved it. I really did.
I did.
Can't wait for part 2.
And I myself, I give it a 9 out of 10. Like I said, special effects were amazing. Characters were spot on.
Yeah, if you're thinking, I don't know who Doctor Strange is, so I don't want to go see that movie, go see it anyways.
Go see that.
Yes, it'll be well worth your money.
And
I didn't know who Jesus was, but I saw Passion of the Christ. You gotta see the fucking movies. It's a whole thing different.
So until next time, next Friday, we'll see you there. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Peace. Where the bats are men and the women are wonders.